Back to Nino for the last of his 3 sessions. By the way, if you want to know a little bit more about Nino and some of his practices, there's an article in the 2009 ECB CA yearbook, which is part of the CA members pack.
Okay guys, this morning we're going to work a drill which is going to be based around like a little circuit session. We've got 3 different exercises. The first exercise I want you to do is nice tight base but quick feet with a skipping type action. So here we're going to keep the feet nice and close, and here good range through the feet. And then a nice little jog to the back of the cue. As soon as the man goes, the next person is in. Working on the outside leg to push you across. No crossovers. Good. Just imagine a skipper. Try and bring your eye line up as much as you can through the exercise. Use your arms, outside leg. Don't forget range through the feet, one heel up, one heel down. Just watch these 2 because they're really sort of linked into this well. Because the range of movement through the feet is nice, the balance is nice, the arms are there and they're getting the right type of movement that I want. Here now we're going to work a much bigger base, much more power based exercise. So here I want you to come, set yourself on the block, again arms up, nice centered position. I want you to isolate the outside leg, lift. As soon as we lift, we need to push. Push, so it's all outside leg. Here, 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 here and here. This is a great opportunity now to look at joint alignment so our knees don't start collapsing in and our ankles don't start rolling over, so we make sure that stability is a major factor through the exercise. Feet facing forwards, so we try and recruit all the major muscles, hold the position, flexion, and then we try and identify that outside leg for the power. So as soon as the man before you gets on the block, the next one goes in, gets in ready position. Stabilize. Keep core muscles switched on. Good, that's lovely. Good. Excellent. Just lift the head up. Good spatial awareness. Good loading through the legs. Don't start to come up through the legs. Keep the legs loaded. Great strength and power exercise this. Let's split up into 2 groups now, and we're going to combine the 2 exercises. Good stability through the ankles, good alignment through the knees, trying to keep stability through the hips, trunk holding strong, don't come off your load, stay deep. So we're trying to mix the feeling of movement up. Okay, next drill we're going to work off a small base again. Again, that nice athletic position, maintain and control through the body, and it's going to be nice and tight through the feet, not going to be too long, and we're going to try and work speed. And the heels are touching opposite to the ground. Just call this exercise alley shuffle, so simultaneously you're working through the feet. When you come round again on your second run through, the opposite side, so we're working both sides. Now we're talking about tempo, we're talking about timing, we're talking about feeling the movement. Here, a lot of coordination needed. Don't forget, go opposite side. If you do one side, then go the opposite way. Now just watch this play here. Nice soft knees, beautiful time and beautiful tempo. It's like he's been doing this for years. And he's really feeling that. Okay, he's not going through the motions, nothing mechanical about that at all. Feet working together, coordination. Don't cross over. Try not to bounce up and down through the air. If you keep your knees flexed, you'll glide through the line. If your knees go straight, you'll start to bob up and down, and that's not what we want. If we can have 1s down the bottom, if we can have 2s here, and if we can have 3s there. When we come off the block, now we're going to snake up, back down and round to the first drill, yeah? Excellent. Now just work backwards. On the alley shuffle, you keep that as it is. Good, that is excellent canyon work, that's great. Good loaded position. Keep the elbows away from the body. Don't forget, when you've worked forwards, work backwards. When you work backwards, work forwards. And relax. Okay guys, you're aware that I always like to bring a reactive element into the drill, so that's what we're going to do now. I want you coming down the line individually. I'm going to say change, and then I want you to switch direction. So you're not going to know when I'm going to say it. So you've got to be very, very switched on. Core's got to fire in, and then we've got to change direction. Change, 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 change. That's good work, good boy, great stuff. Okay guys, we're going to have the same approach now on this drill. Change, change, and off we go. Next man in. Change, change. Okay, over here. Same again, we're going to bring the reactive element into the drill. So listen for the cue, use your arms, yeah? And try and start to bring your eye line up. Change, change. You're going to start moving down the line. You're going to be master to this drill, so you're going to say change. You've got to listen, and you've got to work to his tempo, and you've got to work together. Now, if you don't work together, you're going to start to get a gap in between you. Two people here that are working the block, one faces forward, one faces backwards. You're going to be the master, and you're cueing on the change. Let's have two of you here, and you're going to start moving along. Now, if you don't work together, and you're not focused and concentrating, okay, on the cues, the changes, you'll start to fall apart or you'll bump into each other. Okay, so it's going to be very obvious to me visually whether you're connected and whether you're feeling timing and tempo and rhythm. Okay, now I want the other person to be master. Again, excellent. Everybody staying nice and tight, everybody working together.
Change.
Now what we're going to try and do is bring the ball in. Over here on the alley shuffle, we're going to have a feeder. With these two here, you're just going to work between you. And what you'll find is, as soon as the ball comes in, it's another applied overload, and it will really throw you. It will start to take your attention off maybe the timing and tempo. It might take your attention off to the master who's shout and change. So all of a sudden, it really does change this drill.
Change.
This is excellent.
Change.
Let's hear those verbal cues, come on. Good. Change the speed of the ball, change the height of the ball, put some variation in. Now, one thing that I recognised is the range of movement through your feet, how good that needs to be to deliver movement. So I created this little drill here where you find a nice base, length and width. You sit your body nicely on top. One heel comes off on the front foot and our weight load is on the back foot. But when I say change, I just want you to shift from the loading off the back foot to the front foot. But at no time do you straighten up the legs, because once you straighten up the legs and you take the flexion position away, you lose mobility. And here, from this low impact drill, we're then going to move to a higher impact drill here. Let's line up then, guys, and we're going to try this. Now, this is very, very difficult, so it needs a lot of practice. Change, very good. Change. And other leg in front. Back foot flat. Change. 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 And change, other leg in front. And now, I'm going to break down the dynamic movement into 1 forwards, 2 back. 2, drive off the front leg. Okay, and change, other leg in front. Flexion through the back knee. 1, driving forwards off the back leg. 2, off the front leg. Flexion through the knees, don't come up. 1, forwards. 2, back. Okay guys, just watch, just that dynamic part of the drill now. I'm just going to show you. So through a dynamic fashion now, pushing forwards and back. Maintaining head height. Now when you're comfortable with your movement, you're comfortable with your weight loading and distribution, you're comfortable whether you're on a flat foot or a half foot, arms, chain, connecting in, really feeling movement and enjoying it, then you're starting to get there. And that's athleticism. All right, the 3 in the front here, you're mastering it really well. I want the second line to watch, use these as a model. Watch them, look at their tempo, look at their timing, look at the shapes, and then just try and mimic and copy. While you're mimicking and copying, try and feel movement as well. 2, push off the back leg, feel the weight distribution. 3, 4, 5. Front line, stay where you are. Okay, change, second and third line. Same again. Again, just watch, look at the tempo. There's a beautiful tempo in the front. Timing. 5. And relax. Well done, guys.